Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 27, Carr. That's complete to his top. Right in Waller.
And the Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll find Hall. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Jacobs. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Down. 180. Bandit.
Throwing his car on third down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
26 yards. That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 11 now. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Denzel Perryman came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To throw his Carr. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. This pass finds its way to Williams, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
180.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, Delta! Y'all play. Hey, Charlie! Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey, Delta!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
390!
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Check, 59, 59. Hey, team 6, team 6.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
Number 13, Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Go Chief.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Shotgun now for Carr. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
0. Hey, exit.
To throw is Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than he's had against any other team. And unless these two squads, unlikely, but unless they would meet up in the playoffs, this is the last time that Phillip Rivers will face the Oakland Raiders. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Block 11! Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Red Delta!
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Down. You wide at 8. 49. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Carr now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. I mean, last year, yes, he had 55 carries, but they used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to the backfield for Derek Carr and company. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
57. Man out, man out, man out, man out. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. You don't know no better.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Carr to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Easy.
Throwing again. Rivers. And that's off the mark. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape. You. Go.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
First down, Los Angeles.
Here we go.
Rivers again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. So we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up set.
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
At the 37-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
We're good.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he'll find Hall. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
All right, set 180.
59. Who that?
It's Eckler again. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
59. You remember me? You're round. Let's go.
To throw, Rivers. He's able to find Inman. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now 2nd and 6.